Hey guys, it's me, Lisa! Yeah, you have to say my name like that. Ah. So today I'm going to talk about, it's another Heart to Heart episode on embarrassing moments. So I talked about that. So I said I was going to talk about it, and then it went for like a couple weeks to not talk about anything because I've been so busy trying to pump out like fun beauty videos, and I was trying to figure out what was the most like embarrassing moments and something that I could share with you guys, because for me I feel like these are growing experiences that make you, maybe something that like helps you build character, and it really does. Like after all the embarrassing stuff, you're just kind of like, whatever. And then I'm wearing this poncho thingy right now because it's cold. If you guys are wondering like where are my arms and sleeves, here's my arms. So I wanted to talk about that because I think it's really important to get over it, and it's okay. I remember growing up, I'd read all these magazines and the girl's like, oh my god, right in front of my crush, I'm so embarrassed and I'll never go to school again. It's okay, you could totally go back to school. So I'm going to share with you 3 of them. Eee! So excited to share? Okay, so the very first one was in 8th grade. 8th grade, I wore colored pants, much like right now, and I had a pair of purple Guess pants. And I remember them because they were purple, and they were like my favorite jeans, and I wore them with like stripes. It was like white and purple stripes with the purple pants. How many of you guys remember that? Okay, so the embarrassing moment is that I don't keep track of my Aunt Flo, and she just kind of like, hey, I'm here for the party, and she decided to arrive during lunchtime. So I'm sitting there, this is what I remember is I'm sitting on the picnic table, and I think it was like this faded blue picnic table, and I don't know, like I move and I look down and I kind of see a smudge, and I was like, ew, what is that? And then I move again, right? Okay, cool, whatever. I'm talking to this crush. I don't know what you guys call it now, but back then it was a crush. It was like, oh, he's fun and cute, whatever. Can't date anyway because I'm Asian. Can't date till I'm like out of college and married, kind of a thing. So anyway, I'm like, oh, yay, la-di-da-di-da. That was me making those little stamp marks on the chair. Then later, I didn't know, and then I don't even know, like that part I didn't check when I left, and then I went to class and we were like talking or whatever, and I like sat on his desk, and then there was the mark. So that was super embarrassing, and that was 8th grade. 8th grade, yeah, that was 8th grade. So it's like, guys, you're like super mature and stuff like that. But you know what's really weird is that he didn't say anything. He was probably like grossed out. I don't remember if I cleaned it. I have no idea. I just remember this smudge. And I'm talking like smudge. So I was so embarrassed. Oh my gosh. And then that was something that I just would always forever remember because that was super embarrassing for me. And I got over it, I think. I didn't really think about it too much. But I think I didn't make eye contact for a very long time. But we went through school together up till like high school, so I'm like after. But the crush was only like in 8th grade kind of a thing, so I was like totally whatever. But so embarrassing, right? You think I learned my lesson? No. That happened again when I went to Vegas with some friends, and this friend had an Xterra, and in the back there was like these black and white leather things. Why am I sitting on the white part? And out of nowhere, something happens because then I went into the casino. I went to the bathroom. I'm like, oh, ish. So then I remember running back to the car, like later when we're going. I'm like, haha, I'll race you, kind of making like a joke. Yeah, luckily nothing. But yeah, that something is so embarrassing. It happens like all the time for me. And then another embarrassing moment for me was when I was in college. And it was really cold, so I had like jeans, I had this puffy like starter kind of jackets on. I don't even know what team. Actually, I think it was just a starter jacket. Like I didn't like any teams. And so it's like all super puffy and everything. I went to the bathroom. I took the toilet paper with me. So for some reason in that class, it was a huge auditorium. We had to go in the front and like walk across. I don't even know why, but it was like, okay, walk across. I walked across with toilet paper hanging from the back of my pants, like out, and it was long. It was like was embarrassing. And it was my business class. So these people I would see for the next like 3 years. After I graduated, I'd probably work for them kind of thing. Oh my God. It was like so embarrassing because I didn't even know until I sat down and then I like looked back. Hi, it was toilet paper. And it was just so embarrassing because it was like a 300 or 400 room of people. That I was so embarrassed that my friend was sitting there and I was like, it was a dare. Yeah. And of course he knew. Oops. He knew it wasn't, but I was like, I was so embarrassed. I did not take a business class for like a year. It was so bad because I was like, I can't look at anybody. This was so, why me? And then the last embarrassing moment I'll share is again with the like, I don't keep track kind of a thing. So it was a really important day for me. I went and got my real estate broker's license. I'm taking the test. So all day I'm like frantic and I'm just like crazy. I was walking down these weird, do you guys like walk down those stairs that are like this? They're like long and short. I can't walk on those. I have no idea what I do. Well, anyway, it was in downtown, so I'm like walking, like, oh my God, I'm going to be late and I have to study before because I can't fail, blah, blah, blah. I fell, so that was like awful. And this homeless guy, like across the street, because it's down, he's like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm okay. I was so embarrassed that I went back into my car, like underneath, and like sat there for like 20 minutes because I was like kind of late, but I wanted to study. So it wasn't like, I had time. But then I had to stay in my car instead of like in the building. And then I was like, okay, I gotta go. Then I went across. He wasn't there anymore. And then I went and took my test and I passed. That was a long time ago. So I have my broker's license for real estate. Yay! And then I went on a date like right after. So I had this cute like white shirt and I had capris on and they were white with like little pinstripes of blue. And we went to have like a picnic at the beach. This was like a first date kind of thing. So I'm sitting in the truck, haha, yay, this is fun. And I feel burbling kind of thing. And I was like, gosh, oh, not so fun anymore. And then I was like, oh my God, I have to go to the bathroom. And he's like, what? I was like, I have to go to the bathroom. So then he drives you to like the beach bathroom. So I'm like running and I got to run like backwards. So I'm like facing the car. Like, I have to go. And there was no toilet paper. There was nothing in the bathroom. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. So I go back into the car and I had to sit on that sunshade thing. And I was like, yeah. So, yeah. So I sat in the car. I sat on that, like that silver sunshade thingy-majigger. And then he took me to Macy's. Because I was like, I have to go to Macy's. I got to buy something. I don't even know why I picked Macy's. So I'm in there and I had like a jacket tied around my waist and, wad of toilet paper kind of thing. And I was like, I'm so not in the mood to wear anything right now. I'm so not in the mood to try on anything or buy anything. Because they didn't have leggings then. It was just like black slacks. And I was like, I have to try on black slacks. So I'm not going to buy it and then return it kind of thing. And then, so I was like, just kidding. I don't want anything now. I'll just wait for my cousin to get home and I'll just get back into the house because I didn't have keys to get in the house. And so I had soggy pants for a few hours. Yeah, that was pretty embarrassing. So those are my embarrassing moments. But the moral of the story is it's okay because you learn from it, you laugh, and it kind of builds your character. Like right now, not a lot of things happen that I'm really embarrassed about. Like a couple weeks ago though, something embarrassing did happen, but I'm not going to share because it happened like in front of like famous people. Happened in front of celebrities and I was like, oh my God. So I'm not going to talk about that one. But, well, it wasn't like my fault, but it totally looked like I did something bad. It's pretty embarrassing. You guys probably guess. So that's my embarrassing stories. But I want you guys to know that it's okay, totally okay. It happens to everybody because the more I talk about it, everyone's like, that happened to me too. Oh my gosh. And then you bond. And I think the more open you are, the more upbeat, happy, and just kind of like laughing it off like it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. So for those of you guys out there, I'd love to hear your embarrassing moments below. You could write to me like in the comments because I think it's great. I love these heart-to-heart videos. They're so much fun for me. It's a great way for me to just kind of like talk to you guys versus like apply the eyeshadow. Next, put on your nail lacquer. you know, there's a little bit more interaction. It's fun for me. So like the video so that I can have more heart-to-heart videos. And I think the next one is going to be more about happiness, a little bit more serious, because I know you guys are asking me, like, why am I so happy? Someone's like, are you the most happiest person in the world? Yeah! So I'll talk about that. And I cannot wait. Maybe I'll just do it like right after this video too, because I got some time. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for subscribing and have a wonderful day. Bye.